Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 most heated moments in NFR history between Ant and myself. We're going to get started with number 10, which was about the Big 3 video, where Ant was trying to argue that If You're Reading This Is Too Late was better than Section 80. You were tripping with this.
It is, though.
I really want to know what makes If You're Reading This Is Too Late better than Section 80 for you. That's where I was like, whoa.
Talk about the production. Start right there. Much better produced album. The whole Boy Wonder and Vinyl's production all over that album.
Debatable.
No, that's iconic, bro. Stop it. Beats like Legend. Beats like Know Yourself. Beats like No Tellin'. Even having R&P cuts like there, like Jungle. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. That is a much better produced album. I have beats on there that I enjoy on Section 80. I have stuff like J. Cole's production on High Power. I love the ADHD production.
The psychedelic production on Tammy's song.
Sure,
Come on.
It's fantastic. But, bro, I don't think anyone here is going to argue that If You're Reading This Is Too Late. If You're Reading This, It's Too Late's production is worse than Section 80.
Okay,
Please.
move on.
Yeah, yes.
What's the next?
Okay.
What's the next one?
I could argue rapping performances
No,
are
you
par for
can't.
par.
No, you can't.
Absolutely, I can. I could absolutely do it any single day of the week. Not
You're
only
going to compare which song to Rigor Mortis in terms of
I
rapping
can't.
ability?
You're right, but that's not the only song on the project. I look at something like
Okay,
a No Makeup,
what
for
about High
example.
Power? High Power
Okay.
then. High Power.
I could give you a High Power, for example. If I had to go one, ooh, bro, I could probably go a No Tellin' on that one, bro. I go
No,
Tellin'. Yeah,
it's
I
not
go
a
No
better
Tellin'.
rapping
I go No
performance.
Tellin' on that
Come
one,
on.
absolutely. I go a No Tellin'. Yeah,
bar for bar, bro.
Yeah,
we could go into it, bro.
No, there's no way.
we can put them
in
side
the
by
past, you've
side.
slandered If You're Reading This Is Too Late by saying it's not a classic. Dara was like, listen, I completely disagree with you. That's fine.
never
But to have Mr.
I
Morale,
love that project.
But to have Mr. Morale, the big fucking steppers over If You're Reading This Is Too Late is
Why are you
blasphemy.
saying it like it's a shit project? Mr. Morale and the big fucking steppers?
No,
like,
no,
Don't be bitter about that album.
Let's get something straight here, Lou. You didn't have this album in your top 5 of 2022, and you're gonna come here today and convince me that it's in front of If You're Reading This Is Too
Brother,
Late.
the Forever Story would be ahead of a lot of the albums on this list. We're not talking about 2022. We're talking about the Big Three's catalog. So forget other years and other rankings.
What I'm saying is that
we're right
where does
here,
this
right
come-
now, and
But-
we're talking about. Listen, it's not about my enjoyability about the project. If I'm being totally honest with you, out of the top 20 albums on this list, I'm not looking at my replay value. That's not going to be
So
something that
replay
means
value
the
had
most.
nothing to do with this list.
Of course, it had a role to play, but it wasn't the most important factor.
So-
It was one of the less important factors. I'm looking at Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. We both gave it an amazing review.
It's an amazing album. It was
I think,
my top
I
of the
think
year.
it is an amazing album. That being said, I think that just because my replay value is not that high doesn't mean I'm going to ignore the genius behind it. And I'm going to get into it when we get into our top 10.
Moving on to number 9, Lou and I were doing an album draft, and within this episode, Lou started tweaking for whatever reason because he thought I was trying to convince him to make a fucking boom bap album. So here's number 9.
I'm going to end up choosing Culture by the Migos. Groundbreaking for the trap scene. Absolute classic
Just
album.
throws off the chemistry of your draft, though.
How, though?
Like you have like
Already I have Illmatic and Graduation. It's not like I'm going
Like,
for albums that are all boom bap, bro. Oh, I need boom bap here and there and there. No.
It's never that deep. You don't ever
Come
have
on,
to get
bro.
that angry. I'm just telling you. I just
No,
told
I'm telling
Hey,
you.
you're like,
I don't need to have the same album
like who
5
pissed in your
times.
cereal this morning, you know? Like that type of attitude's horrible. Let me do
It gets you ticked off, so clearly it's not horrible.
I'm fine. I would do. You know what? I feel like I have a good 2010s list. Let's do Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Number 8, one of Ant's worst takes that I've ever heard come out of his mouth. He said that Honestly Nevermind was a better album than Let's Start Here and tried to defend Drake singing on the album. Look at a song like Falling Back and do not tell me that his high-pitched falsetto is not horrifying.
No,
It
it's
is
really not good. It's
horrifying,
not
bro.
good, but
you go to a song like Tie That Binds as well.
I still didn't finish my point, though.
Yeah. You want to
30
take the whole
seconds.
runtime, bro. We get it, bro.
I gave
Take
you your
the whole
time to
runtime.
speak,
Go
but
ahead,
even at
brother.
that, going on to something like Text Go Green or even A Current, A Keeper, Sticky, Massive, like you're still getting good rapping performances from Drake on top of this EDM production.
Text Go Green is not a rapping performance.
Sorry, no,
for
my bad.
starters.
No, I meant sorry. My bad for the mistake. I meant something like a Sticky or even something like a Jimmy Cook's towards
That's
the end of
the
the track
point, is
list.
that the highlights off of a dance album are the rap songs. And that's the whole public court of opinion that believes that. Not only that,
Yeah, but does
this
that
is an
take away?
album.
But how does that take away from the album experience, though?
Because it's not focused.
But the thing is that yes, it is focused. I mean, besides
Bro,
Jimmy Cook's
it's an
towards the
album
end,
filled with lackluster production with a fucking bet squeaking for 2 minutes that made the foundation of Currents. Very poor singing from Drake. A Drake that sounds like he has no idea how much passion he wants to give in because he's not giving any passion.
Bro, Lil Yachty grabbed like Pink Floyd YouTube beats, bro, and put it into a studio album, bro.
You're gonna argue the production's better?
No, I'm not arguing that the production is better. What I'm trying to say is that you're making this sound like it's Dark Side of the Moon, which I completely disagree with. Yeah, you can't start saying that this is
I said that Yachty tackled it with a unique approach, and he added his own charismatic and personality-filled vocals.
Brother, he took a back seat on his own tracks, bro. He got washed by every single feature that was on this album. Bro. The only reason why you listened to this album was because of the production.
I love the fact that you've been downplaying Yachty instead of actually trying to make arguments for why Honestly Nevermind is so good.
Because my argument for Let's Start Here being less than, let's say, what Drake did, Honestly Nevermind, was that he literally took a back seat to the production and every single feature on Let's Start Here.
That was the beauty of that album, is that he doesn't have to be the centerpiece, bro. Because you're getting beautiful synths, bro. You're getting beautiful strings. You're getting an experience.
It's a Lil Yachty album. It's not the producer's album. He has to be able to perform on his own album.
And he does perform on his own album if you listen to the songs.
Well, I mean, when you're getting vocals like The Alchemist or even something like Overdrive, that's not that great. Not Overdrive, sorry, excuse me.
You have it all jumbled up, bro, and the time is up.
At number 7, we have the classic Graduation versus the Carter 3 Free Smoke episode. And I will say this, at this point in time, I do feel like the Graduation album.
It's about time.
Graduation's better than the Carter 3.
You've seen the light.
Not only that, on the
what
Carter
you don't
3.
have are universal and timeless themes about actually graduating and moving on from one point in your life and transitioning into another one, which is something that Kanye actually aimed to do with this project, is have those universal themes about actually completing ventures within graduation. What are the universal themes?
There's no universal themes.
What are the universal themes?
How about getting to the pinnacle of rap and getting to the
Kanye
furthest
does that as well here, bro, but he actually does it in a bigger way, breaking out of his old sound. Lil Wayne did nothing to innovate on this album in terms of an artistic standpoint.
Is the camera on me, bro? Guys, you let me know in the comments.
What did he do to innovate? What did he do to innovate from the Carter 2? Tell me.
Repeat what you just said.
Can you tell me?
The Carter 3.
Explain that to me.
Explain
that to me. What did Lil Wayne do to innovate from the Carter 2 to the Carter 3?
I will. I'm going to explain.
Yes,
the rapping performances were much better.
That's not a way to innovate, bro.
But what I'm going to say right now is what Lou just said. Lou just said the Carter 3 did nothing to innovate.
To innovate from Wayne's previous work. It was huge and it was a staple in the game.
That's what
Wayne did nothing. Absolutely, bro. And you can't even tell me what it did to innovate. You can't even make the argument,
What do you mean
bro.
I can't tell you?
Then speak.
Okay, so take something like a Millie, let's say. Okay, that doesn't have a single hook on it. The hook is literally
what
one line,
did he do to
bro.
innovate from his previous work? That's what I'm asking you.
He upgraded everything as far as
that's
rapping
not an
performances.
answer, bro.
Of course
that's
he
so
did,
fucking
bro.
vague.
You know,
he upgraded shit. How is that different, bro? He's been killing shit for years before this
and Kanye
on a rapping standpoint.
And Kanye used soul samples as far as on Graduation as he did also.
No,
on
he used electronic synthesizers and changed the sound of hip hop forever.
What do you mean?
Get out of here,
there was
bro.
people who did that before.
Who was doing it?
There was people doing that before that.
Who was doing it?
There was people doing
Who
that
was doing
before
it? You
that.
can't name me a single name.
What are you
talking about? If you're gonna talk big,
bro,
defend your arguments. Name me someone that was doing it before that did the crossover of EDM and hip hop. Tell me. You're gonna go on Google and search it up?
No, let's get on to the next round.
Next time. At number 6, we have a Playboi Carti song debate between Woke Up Like This and Shooda. Do you really think Shooda is the better song still?
I still feel like the production's better on Shooda. I feel like the build-up is better as well. Come on.
That's why this song has aged much better to me in regards to Shooda, just
No,
because
I don't think
they
so.
had something to say that ended up predicting how influential they would be to this new scene.
I understand because you got genius for this sort of stuff, but I'm saying is that, bro, regardless.
Forget about genius, bro. I'm talking about my interpretations from the fucking lyrics,
I know,
bro. Right? You're gonna
bro,
keep
but
up bringing genius as an excuse.
But that's what I'm.
Chill the
because,
fuck
bro,
out.
like you just keep reading lyrics, but there's no actual argument behind it.
Yeah, I'm taking away subject matter from the songs, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, you're gonna sue me for that?
We're on the same podcast. What are you talking about? What I'm telling you is that
you're going too deep on this, man.
Jeez,
it's a fucking figure of speech, brother.
Fucking Lou, bro. You see what happens when I like poke needles at you when I find those little weak points in your arguments because you bring in these stupid.
The production's also better in Woke Up Like This. When you're looking at the synths, the electric guitar sound.
I haven't gotten to my point yet. If you'd like me to make it. First of all, I think that the energy that you're getting from Shooda is much grander and much more. Bro, are you kidding me? The build-up to Playboi Carti's
has a better
verses.
build-up. I gave you that. Doesn't mean the energy of the song's better.
Bro, of course it is. The drums are much better on the song as well. Playboi and Uzi have arguably better verses as well just because they're more extended and you're finding them ripping into this delicious beat, bro. I also find that when you have to talk about their collaborations, this is the one that sealed the deal. Woke Up Like This was the entrance.
Woke Up Like This sealed the deal. That song was their main fucking...
It is.
This is their most iconic.
But they leveled up. They leveled up.
Totally disagree.
They leveled up on Diluted. Moving into the top 5 now, things are going to get serious because Lou and I were having a debate at number 5 about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers versus Scaring the Hose, and I think I absolutely washed you on this
There's
one.
no way you did. You're going to tell me that Mr. Morale is a better produced album than Scaring the Hose?
No, but you're saying that it's a completely...
Okay, so admit it then. Scaring the Hose is better production.
I think they're on the same level. I think they're on the same level. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Okay, anyways, besides that, I think ultimately Mr. Morale has more flaws you can pick at in terms of performance as well. Looking at Kendrick's performance, there's no way you're going to defend, yeah, baby. Try to defend that, bro, please.
No way.
I'll give you the fucking floor to defend a performance like that.
Absolutely. So I'll go into the album performance, by the way, which you gave close to a perfect rating for Kendrick Lamar.
Gave an amazing performance. Same rating I gave to Danny Brown and JPEG.
Absolutely. So therefore, stop trying to go for those little fucking nitpicks. It's a 19-song album, double album.
That's bloated. It's a bit bloated too.
Give me a performance better than United in Grief. Give me flows better than United in Grief.
It's a bit bloated too.
Give me a performance better than Father Time.
Listen to them on Perfect.
Give me something better than Savior.
Listen to them on Kingdom Hearts Key, bro.
But that's what I'm trying.
But the difference is from start to finish, they're lively, they're dynamic. It's a bunch of erratic flows, and I've gotten amazing Kendrick performances before.
Absolutely.
What the fuck does that have to do with
But what I'm trying to tell
anything?
you is that you're trying to sell it to me as if it's this revolutionary thing that I've already gotten before, and I gave it an amazing rating. I think they're amazing performances. But don't try to fucking go after a Rich Spirit and tell me, oh, there's a pick there. Oh, there's a pick there. Go through that fucking album. It's some of the best performances of that year.
There are songs that did not need to be on that album. You're telling me that it's a perfect track list. There's no skips.
No, absolutely not.
This is a skipless album to you.
When did we have we didn't have the skipless conversation. We never had the skipless conversation. We're not going there. I never mentioned that. I'm talking about the artist performance. But why would... So you're going to tell me that Scaring the Hose is a perfect?
We're almost a minute over there, but...
Fire, okay.
Listen, guys, you guys let us know in the comments, Mr. Morale or Scaring the Hose. At the number 4 spot, we have a future Metro Boomin tier list where Ant was trying to make the claim that Thought It Was a Drought was not a perfect Future song just because he was salty over other placements. Come on, bro, it's a perfect song. Perfect song, bro.
Amazing rating.
Bro, how the fuck were you going to give... What's wrong with it? I asked you the same thing. What's wrong with it?
I'm not even going to talk about it. Bring it down to
exactly,
amazing.
Because you can't answer. What's wrong with the song, buddy?
Let's go on to Honest off of Hendrix.
Guys, you see,
this
so
is going to be the
makes
next
claims
one.
and
I wasn't a big fan
up.
of the singing off of this one, and I do think that when you look at the Hendrix track list,
he can't admit his own fault. So why isn't it perfect?
Why did you want to put this, let's say, maybe in the higher tiers, the lower tiers?
Why is Thought It Was a Drought not perfect?
I'm going
exactly. Ant has no idea. He's just salty about We Don't Trust You not being imperfect. That's all that is.
Well, there's a couple of other ones. Even you trying to put type shit in the mid category is kind of fucking wild.
Bro,
to me.
But why are you going to discredit a future classic because you're salty over it?
I put it in the amazing rating.
All right, I'm over it.
Hold on, no.
Guys,
just for the context.
You can flame him in the comments. I'm over it.
Let's do this right now.
I'm over it.
No. Let's do this right now. In the amazing category right now on this fucking tier list, I have Thought It Was a Drought. I had Jumpman. And I have We Don't Trust You. Your fucking stupid nitpick for We Don't Trust You was Future could have done a bit better with the specific writing. Fuck you. Next one that you have here was Jumpman. Name me a flaw with Jumpman. What's the flaw? There we go. So let's continue on with this. Thought It Was a Drought is going to go into amazing. Let's go on to Honest.
You're putting yourself in that box. If there's no flaw within it, then why didn't you put it perfect?
I think that when you look at the context of the tier list, it's not on the level of a superhero or a lowlife. Those types of tracks, in my opinion, and even a We Don't Trust You, those are the top tier tracks within their catalog. I think performance-wise, chemistry-wise, and I explained my production, I explained the performances, I have nothing else to say about them. And you were silent as well for Jumpman, but let's keep going on with this. At number 3, we have Lou trying to be dense with me, and he decides to give Travis Scott a 67 rating on his lyricism. Till this day, I can't believe you decided to get on camera in front of a live audience and deliver that take.
And the craziest part is that you got your panties in a bunch for 5 points because you just gave his lyricism a 72.
Listen, the lyricism at 67 is a bit harsh, bro. I'm
sorry.
It's
not harsh at all,
absolutely.
bro. What do you mean,
He
bro?
has his song concepts and stop trying to be gone.
In all seriousness, if you're listening to Travis Scott and you're telling me you're listening to him for the lyrics, you're playing yourself.
Bro, we've already broken down Travis Scott lyrics on our TikTok with 90210.
Listen.
You have Maria, I'm Drunk, bro. You have those situations where he's rapping well.
Travis is not
like
a good lyricist, bro. I'm sorry.
Listen, he's not a great lyricist. Bro, okay, listen, let me make my point here. 67 is way too low for him.
It's not.
It's way too fucking low for him. I have him at a 72. I don't have him that
high. 5 points more, bro.
He has
Chill.
Name me a poorly written Travis Scott song.
It's not a case of poorly written songs. When it comes to my argument for this, it's the basic fact that even when you go to, let's say, the more philosophical Travis songs, like something like a Stop Trying to Be God, yes, it has a really cool message, but the lyrics are basic and simple. Even though you have that message
But
within
that doesn't always
even,
equal to bad lyricism.
even to something like a Coffee Bean. I love seeing him get that personal and get him in a vulnerable state where he's airing out his personal conflicts, but he's rapping with super basic lyrics. He's not welcome to the Kardashian clan. I get it. It's more subject matter that we don't usually get from him, but as an actual writer, I listen to Travis Scott because he gives me great mood music. He gives me, vibes, but I'm never really paying attention to the lyrics because there's not all that much there.
Oh, that's completely false.
Bro, yes,
How
I'll
many
give
times
you the 90210. I'll give you the Pray for Love. I'll give you
He has those duds, but
he has a couple.
But realistically, he still doesn't make bad lyrics, bro. And yes, there may be surface level, but to say that it's a 67.
When you think of lyricists, bro, you don't think of Travis Scott, bro.
Anyways, I don't even think that's the most criminal part about your fucking card right now. Having his flow at an 80 is kind of weird, bro.
Why?
I'm not gonna, bro. His melodies are perfect on every single
but
song,
melody
bro.
and flow is different, bro.
Bro, it's very what are you talking about? It's different. It's extremely similar,
It's
bro.
not
It's in the way that you're
similar,
delivering
bro.
your lyrics down, bro. Absolutely.
That's delivery. Delivery, melodies,
Okay,
and
so
flow
then
are
what
all
is the difference
separate.
between example? What is the difference between flow
Flow
and,
is
and
about
melodies here?
flow is about rhythmic timing. Melody is like
Rhythmic timing.
at the number 2 spot. We have Ant telling me to go fuck myself in what was one of the most iconic moments in NFR history all my life, bro.
Lil Durk.
Oh, brother. Come on, bro. Wasn't he number 1 in your Apple replay? You know some Dirk, yo.
The problem is Laugh Now Cry Later featuring Dirk. Yeah, it is. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that game again. Give me What Happened to Virgil.
That is not in the top 3.
All my life, bro. Oh, my life.
That's number 3 with
What?
330 million.
life.
I still got a fucking point.
330 million streams for All My Life.
Three-Headed Goat.
Is number 1
Yes, sir. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my life. Fuck you.
All right,
with
bro.
353 million streams at the time of this recording.
Let's see what's next. Brother's about to have a fucking brain aneurysm with this reaction. What's next up? Let's see. Lil Durkio. What else was massive? Oh. This is a shot in the dark. I feel like it's not top 3, but we got to try it anyways. Broadway Girls. I know it was a big song for him.
That's number 2.
Let's fucking go.
With 339 million
20,
streams.
24.
Fuck out of here.
Oh my.
Wait, so we're still tied. What's the score?
And at number 1, where all this rage and hatred stems from, is the original Free Smoke series where Lou and I decided to do To Pimp a Butterfly versus MBDTF. And Lou, you have admitted to me that you now think To Pimp a Butterfly is a better album. Yes, sir. No one has ever created an album.
No one created what Kanye did.
No
here.
one has ever created an album like
No.
To Pimp a Butterfly's production with
It's been done.
live jazz
It's
samples
been
and
done,
modern
bro.
production.
It
Which
has
album
been
did
Let him
that?
speak, Lou. Let Anthony speak.
Which album honestly did that and created that soundscape for an album? Because we're talking about one of the best albums of all time here. Which one did that, and what production allowed you to understand the overall thematic basis of this album? Because it created the soundscape for To Pimp a Butterfly. Which album did that? Answer your question,
all
brother.
instrumentals are
Answer the
providing
question
the
that you
soundscape.
said.
What
You
does that have to
said
do
you
with
said there
anything?
was many albums that did that sort of.
I can't name you off the top of my head,
exactly.
but I need
That's
one.
what I
Do you
thought.
want more by the
Absolutely.
Roots? Do you want more by the Roots? What about that one?
No, but I'm talking about the implementation of modern production.
What does it have to do with anything?
It's the bringing both of those worlds together and making it commercially successful.
You know who inspired Kendrick to bring in live instrumentals? Kanye West. He admitted himself.
Okay, I don't care who inspired. I'm
him.
talking about
And-
the actual production value of this
And
album.
he wouldn't have been produced the way it was if it wasn't for Kanye's use of live
But
instrumentals
we're
on
looking
this
at
album
My Beautiful Dark
and the use
Twisted
of the
Fantasy
samples.
versus To Pimp
Yeah.
a Butterfly. We're comparing
know
both
we
of
are.
them. So what merit
This
does that
wasn't
have into the
unprecedented.
conversation?
We've had jazz rap albums before. This is
not
not
to mix with that
unprecedented.
modern
Not the way.
twist.
Yes, we have.
With what album?
I
asked
can't
you
name
again.
off the top of
There
my
we
head.
go.
There's
Okay,
been
what
some.
album again? Oh. That's right. Everything just went silent.
How
there.
did everything go silent?
Name
This
me,
is not the
name
first
me an
one.
album.
People are
that
gonna let you
did
know in
that
the
before.
comments. People will let you know in the comments.
But
just
you
because I
can't.
can't name you.
But no,
so
but
what?
you can't.
Your
It's a
argument
rebuttal.
makes no sense. 'cause
I'm not sitting here with you. I'm sitting here with you.
You're 100% sure that there's no album that it has included jazz elements
On the level
with
of the
modern
Pimp a
production.
Butterfly?
Not on the level. You said none has
I
done
don't
it.
know, bro.
You said none have done it.
I don't know, bro.
No,
I don't know.
Now
man.
you're gonna backtrack.
I have no
Backtrack,
idea. If
bro.
you
Good
if
job.
you name me some
Backtrack.
underground projects, maybe.
There you go. There
If
you go.
name me some underground projects,
that probably
maybe.
came out to Pimp a Butterfly
Absolutely.
came out before.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but name me one that was on the level and impact
doesn't have anything to do
of
with
To Pimp a
it. That has
Butterfly.
all to do with the narrative.
Not
That
only
has all
that,
to
but the
do with the
diversity in
narrative.
the production was
No.
beautiful. You got West Coast sounds. You got
This
live jazz
album pales in
instrumentation.
comparison to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Come on, bro. That's a horrible statement.
And the
That's
3
a-
minutes
oh,
are
that was a horrible
done.
statement. Pales, Jesus Christ, bro.